Start here with another wealthy individual, Donald Trump, in the middle of yet another stranger-than-fiction controversy.
Now, this involves newly surfaced audio tapes from the 1990s in which Trump allegedly pretends to be someone named John Miller, who claims to be a publicist for Donald Trump. Well, this John Miller person can be heard bragging about Trump's business successes as well as his romantic exploits. Meantime, candidate Trump is denying that it was him on those audio tapes. And ABC's Mary Bruce is in Washington with more on this developing story. Good morning, Mary.
Hi, good morning. Well, this is one of the more bizarre twists in a campaign that certainly has been full of them. This morning, Donald Trump is tangled in a new controversy, not just for what he reportedly said, but for denying he said it at all.
What's your name again? John Miller. What is your position? Well, I'm sort of handling PR because he gets so much of it.
Donald Trump insists this voice isn't his.
And he's starting to do tremendously well financially.
But it sure sounds like him.
Leading tremendously big.
The presumptive GOP nominee is under fire this morning for this 1991 recording, reportedly of Trump pretending to be his own spokesman, bragging about himself.
He's somebody that has a lot of options, and frankly, he gets called by everybody. He gets called by everybody in the book in terms of women.
The supposed spokesman is heard boasting to a People magazine reporter about Trump's exploits with women, saying he isn't ready to commit to then-girlfriend Marla Maples.
He's living with Marla, and he's got 3 other girlfriends.
And that Trump is fending off calls from superstars like Madonna.
Well, she called and wanted to go out with him, that I can tell you.
Sound familiar?
Trump, that I can tell you. That I can tell you. That I can tell you, okay?
According to the Washington Post, Trump routinely made calls like this to reporters in the 80s and 90s using various names, including John Miller.
There were people who said that he spoke with all the mannerisms that you knew from Donald Trump, and you can hear them in this tape.
A few weeks after the call, Trump reportedly admitted it was a joke gone awry. But now, Trump denies it was him. Now, Trump also reportedly had a publicist named John Barron who bore a similar uncanny resemblance to Mr. Trump. Barron, of course, is the name of his youngest son. Paula?
John Miller, John Barron. Okay, so I have to imagine that the campaign is scrambling this morning. How are they explaining all of this, Mary?
Well, Trump is sticking by that denial, but in another strange twist, the Washington Post was interviewing Trump on the phone, and when they asked if he ever employed a John Miller, the line suddenly went dead.
All right, Mary, as you said, stranger than fiction.
Yeah. All right, Mary, thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Let's bring in political commentator LZ Granderson to weigh in on this. LZ, good morning, sir. So let me just ask you straight up. Do you buy Trump's denials here?
Of course not. I don't think anyone who's paid attention to his cadence over the past 6 to 8 months can read the transcript and not think that is Donald Trump. But him denying this is kind of par for the course.
Yeah, it sounds just like him, but of course, he has denied it. So how does he walk this back, if at all?
Well, he doesn't need to walk it back, and he's proven through his entire primary season that he can say things that aren't true, say things about himself that aren't true, get caught in the untruth, and still go forward without it harming his impact on voters. And so I don't think he does walk it back. I think he denies, and then hopes that we move on to something else.
Let me just pick up on that point specifically. This is far from the first campaign controversy Trump has endured. And during the primaries, nothing seemed to hurt him. However, now that we're basically in the general election, do you think this whole Teflon Donald thing may change?
Well, do you remember the song back in 2000 by the reggae artist by the name of Shaggy? He had a song called It Wasn't Me. And it was a really popular. It wasn't me. And it was very, very popular because it was about this guy who was caught cheating with his girlfriend. She's visually looking at him cheating, and his excuse is, it wasn't me. And this is like Donald Trump's entire strategy, is that when he gets caught, whether he says things that's on his actual website, whether it's an audio recording, whether there are people to corroborate with the fact that he lied about something, he's continued to say, it wasn't me. And so I don't expect that to change at all.
LZ, you may or may not be aware of this, but Paula has set out this rule within the staff here that anybody who can work in a reference to the 2000 hit "It Wasn't Me" by reggae artist Shaggy gets a gold star. So congratulations, my friend. That was very well played.
Thank you very much.
And you also happen to tie in a song from Dan's playlist. So congratulations, LZ.
I'll be working out to that song later today. LZ, thank you very much. And I want to quickly remind everybody, we're going to have much more on this story tomorrow morning on This Week, right here on ABC with Chief Anchor George Stephanopoulos.